Hey everyone, Gabe here with Blue Core Leadership Lessons from the Cockpit. In today's video, we are discussing the concept of landing the airplane. And so in aviation, many times we already know where we're going to be landing that airplane based on the plan that we created and the things that we've set forth. That being said, sometimes we can't because of weather or because of something that may have come up in the flight or the airplane. And when that does, we have to make that decision to land the airplane elsewhere. We can't sit there and debate whether it's the right decision or not. We just have to land that airplane because it's in the interest of safety and the best thing that we can do at the moment. Just like in business, oftentimes we can get into discussions of what we should be doing or not doing and really debating these topics or areas of opportunity ad nauseum. And the point here is we have to make a decision or land the airplane. And so I hope you can join me in the cockpit on this video discussing landing the airplane.
Today's lesson is all about landing the airplane. And so in aviation, of course, you have to commit to landing. You generally plan that somewhere before you even take off, but sometimes things change. You have to make a decision to land that airplane. And so the point is, we want to go through a few different bullet points of why that matters, both in aviation and business. The first point is that when things come at you, whether it's in business or in aviation, you have to get what you need to make a decision. So you need to gather some information. You need to understand what is at stake. You need to understand the options that you might have. And so that's the number one thing. In aviation, you have to, if you have a deviation because of weather, you have an engine issue and you need to make a decision, you have to get what you need and understand the actual problem from a general standpoint so you can actually make a decision and move forward. Now, the key here is that you just have to stop talking about it and make a decision and move forward. Sometimes we can debate that ad nauseum without making a decision based on what we learned to move forward. So we want to make sure that we have all the information we need to make that decision. Number two is that once you have that information, you need to evaluate your options. So as a team in business, you need to make sure that we're discussing, debating, we're communicating with each other some of the solutions that might be out there. In business, sometimes we can get paralyzed by the choice. And so when we're really committed to, and we've already got what we needed, we need to evaluate that situation. And then the third point here is to make sure that you fully commit to it and you don't look back. You know, in aviation, you may or may not make a decision based on whether to even take off that day, but for whatever reason, you made the decision not to because of the forecast. Once the day developed, you realize that the forecast was actually nowhere near what was forecasted, and you kind of kick yourself and you say, man, I wish I would have gone. But you could do that all day long. But the point here is that fully commit to that decision and don't look back. You already made it, don't look back, look forward. Just like in business, when you find yourself and your team debating these situations that we might find ourselves in, we really need to make sure that we fully commit as a team to move forward, understanding that we're going to learn new things as we go, and most likely have to do it again and make a further decision. But the key is don't look back, always look forward, and making sure that you're fully committing to what you did. Just like landing the airplane, when we've committed to land that airplane, there is no decision further than that. It is, this is what we're going to do, and this is where we're going to go, and this is how we're going to get there to make that a safe landing. And so again, the 3 points here of landing the airplane is make sure you get what you need to make a decision, number one. Number two is then evaluate the solutions that might be at stake and that you might be able to discuss with your team or potentially your co-pilot. And three, fully commit to that and don't look back. Because if you continue to kick yourself, there's no reason to do that. And so fully commit to those decisions. So those are the three concepts we wanted to share today, and we really appreciate you following along on our journey. We hope you can tune in on the next flight. Until then, we'll see you on Leadership Lessons from the Cockpit.
07 Charlie Delta, left turn near discretion, Alpha to the ramp, my frequency. Have a great night.
Okay, left turn here, Alpha to the ramp will stay with you. You have a good night as well, thanks.